Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fight fans. We are live with UFL Fight Night number 29. I am your host, Frank No Streaming. I am joined by Cause of Death, and we've got the Bane on commentary as well. Bane's having some technical issues, though, so we'll see him periodically.
He'll be joining us. Yeah, we got a really packed one here today, folks. We got UFL Fight Night 29 in the works for today. We have a main event between Jassiem and SamboWar for the UFL vacant title, might I add. And then for the co-main, we got a doubleheader for a title fight. We got an interim fight happening, so we're guaranteed a new opponent for whoever wins the title fight between ex-Josh Ray and Samurai Robin. I'm super excited for these two, this co-main and main event, these two double title fights here tonight. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, how could you not be? I'm not sure if this is something new that our matchmakers are doing, but I kind of like the idea of, having the number one contender match right before the title fight, so everybody knows who's next in line. You know, kind of what you got to look forward to. So that's something interesting that I think we should keep an eye on moving forward. And I like the change. It's a nice change of pace. It looks like we got Bane here. Is Bane you with us?
I think he might be.
Check.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, there he is.
Sorry, boys, dealing with a couple of technical issues, but either way, still pumped for tonight's card. Definitely going to be a good one. And I have to agree with Frank, right? Changing the status quo sometimes is a negative, but in this case, it's just a positive.
Absolutely.
And, sorry, I was going to say, even with the technical issues, we can hear the excitement in Bane's voice. And that just, I mean, even if, the technical side of things isn't as great as it could be, his energy and spirit coming through, I feel like is going to be enough to just push us to have a fantastic card today, fellas.
Oh, absolutely.
And top to bottom, we got some great fights. We got Silky taking on Chazman to kick things off. We've got Pressure versus Rico Oblivion. Smart Brady taking on Death Punch. Our co-main event, as we had mentioned, is going to be our interim title fight. Josh Ray is going to be taking on Samurai Robin. It's going to be 5 rounds in the middleweight division. And then, of course, our main event is going to be Jassiem taking on SamboWar for the vacant UFL title. And it's going to be in the bantamweight division, also a 5-round fight. This is going to be a great card, guys. I feel like we've got a lot on the plate, and I can't wait to dig in personally. What about you boys?
Oh, you know what? What better way to celebrate no UFC this weekend? Bane, are you with us? Bane. Bane, stay with us.
Is it still? Sprinkle my electronics, man.
All right, clear.
Are we clear? Yeah, we're clear. We got to get the defibrillator. But anyway, I think we got our first fight just about ready to go here between Silky NYC and Chazman. I'm getting word from the back. Yeah, and we lost the Bane. He will join us whenever he can get stable here. Why don't we jump over to Silky NYC and Chazman and see what they've got cooking up for us here?
Let's get to it. We've all got our plates, and we're all, I was trying to keep the food metaphor going. Let's get to the fight, cause.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And as I had mentioned, this is going to be Silky taking on Chazman. This is going to be in the featherweight division. Both these guys are incredible competitors. Silky had a great fight last week, and I know he's going to be looking to keep things going momentum wise. And I for one can't wait to see what they've got in store. We've got Max Holloway taking on Conor McGregor. So far, anyway, that's what they're hovering over in the featherweight division. We're gonna see if that's the fight we get. This will be an interesting clash if it is the one that we get. As we all know, Conor's devastating with the hands, and I mean Max is just Max.
Oh yeah,
so it's always an interesting fight whenever these two collide. Go ahead, Cos.
And I'm wondering too, because I mean Silky NYC, he's been around for a while here in the UFL, and I think he might have a shot against Chazman, but I mean we never know in the fight game. It only takes one.
Yeah, I mean, everything can look like it's going to go a certain way, but that's why they fight at the end of the day. It's just you never know what's going to happen whenever they get in there.
I'm wondering if Silky NYC is going to use his really devastating counter aggression that he likes to do in his fights. I've seen a lot of times where he's backed up against the cage, but then he ducks a straight incoming and he catches them and knocks them right down and ends up getting the upper hand. So I wonder if he's going to do that again or if he's going to do something different with Conor McGregor. We're going to see right now. But Chazman here, has a big opportunity here. We're going to see they're trading right away in the pocket.
Yeah, right now it looks like Chazman's getting the better of these exchanges. It's just pure aggression right now. He's trying to make a statement thus far to start this fight off. He's mixing things up, going to the head and to the body. And he's trying to keep some space against Max, because if you let Max just float on top of you, he's going to beat you to death. Case in point.
And Chazman,
let Max Holloway pressure.
Chazman getting knocked down by Silky NYC early.
Cause I don't know if you saw it, that could have been devastating. Silky there went for a wheel kick, and Chazman would have ducked right into it, but just missed. But Max Holloway makes up for it. He catches him on that one. Damn, just like that, we are underway.
And you can see the rage quit. Oh boy,
you hate to see it,
but
you love to hear Bane.
Oh, well, it's good to be back, boys. Right in time for the most action in the fight, of course. Great combination and finishing sequence. Uppercut and then the spinning kick right to the dome. Frank, that was a Van Gogh painting if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it was. And, one thing that his opponent and Van Gogh's paintings have in common, they are both on the canvas. So that was a fantastic spinning kick to finish this thing off. I mean, hey, once Silky got it going with getting a couple of rocks there early, he was able to just keep that pressure up. And Chazman just never got the chance to recover. He saw he had his opponent hurt and was able to put him out in devastating fashion. So congratulations to Silky NYC. I can almost guarantee he's going to be fighting up the ladder in his next one. Right, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Have to imagine.
And so moving right along, quickly, I might add, we're going to AK Pressure versus Riku Oblivion. These guys are going to be fighting in, I believe, the welterweight division. Sorry, I can't really read my writing on these notes, but I believe it's going to be in welterweight. AK Pressure versus Riku Oblivion.
Yes, welterweight. Yeah, I got word from the back.
Thank you. And
170. Definitely a bit more power in those hands than 145, Frank.
Yeah, but I mean, after a performance like that, do you even need power in the hands? Like, we just saw timing and accuracy is really king at this point in time. I mean, that was just a fantastic wheel kick. What else can you say about it? What else can you say about AK Pressure besides if you've seen his fights, he brings the pressure. And I'm sorry, I've been calling him AK. He's actually recently switched camps over to the Mob, and I had some conflicting, my notes were anyway. We've got Mob Pressure taking on Riku Oblivion. These guys are going to be in the welterweight division, and this could be a good fight if it's the one we get. Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Thompson. Looking forward to watching how that one plays out in real life. Although, to be honest with you guys, if we're talking about real life, I think Thompson's going to win that one pretty easily. I mean, we've seen that Burns doesn't necessarily like jabs, and it's going to be a long night against Thompson if that's the case, if you can't get him to the ground. But we'll see what happens in that fight, and we'll see what happens in this one as soon as these guys ready up. And what can we expect from this fight, guys?
We can definitely anticipate the jiu-jitsu prowess out of Dorino's camp. I mean, that guy is a wizard on the ground, but you can't really underrate him on the feet. 95 punch power, so if he does land in the pocket, as he tends to do recently, a lot of power in those hands. Got to be careful if you're Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But Thompson, somebody who fights on the outside, that karate-style stance lends him to superb distance management. But I have seen, Frank, people in the past, looks like we're switching it up. Back to Wonderboy. I think that Wonderboy in the pocket is something that is rare to see in this game, but if utilized effectively, is very difficult to beat.
It can be difficult to beat, but also that's just a very dangerous game. If you or something to back you up, maybe get a sidekick or a teep to just try and get some space, so I can post block and get out of there. Because Wonderboy does not have the best chin in the game. If you can hit him, you can put him out. So, it all starts there. And if you're Wonderboy, the entire name of the game, stay on that bicycle and stay away. But if you're fighting Mob Pressure, good luck with that. His name is Pressure for a reason, and he lives up to it. So,
somebody who's absolutely just going to keep coming forward. And again, you have to think about the switch from AK to Mob, getting adjusted to a new camp, new way of life, new culture. That could be potentially disruptive to the game plan. And if they have an established acumen and practice methods different from AK, Pressure could be dealing with both fighting in the cage and fighting outside of it to try to get adapted to the new place
and I
of
think
existence.
this will tell us a lot about Pressure and, you know, how he feels in his new home with his new camp. And we'll see what adjustments he's been able to make with that new camp. So I always look forward to seeing, seeing fighters step up after they've had a change in their, I was going to say in their personal lives, in their training regiments, but I don't know if this is that serious, right? But you get what I'm saying. You got new people to play with, things get different. And so we'll just see what differences we can see out of Pressure, or if it's just going to be a refined, more cleaned up version of what we've already seen. And it looks like they are about ready to get things rolling. Pressure is locked in with Burns. We'll see if Riku does stick with Thompson. He wants to match the blue with the blue, it looks like. I can't get mad at that at all.
Frank, interesting thing to note, of course, what Gilbert Burns is identified as within the game is a boxer, somewhat overlooking the massive jiu-jitsu experience and worldwide accreditation that fighter has. It's kind of curious why they're labeling him as a boxer
There
now.
are quite a few individuals like that, man, that you look at and you're like, wait, why are you classified? What? Did you know Walt Harris is classified as a wrestler in game?
What?
That's a weird. That's a
I'm
lie.
serious.
That
You
is,
can look at it right now. And also, it's even better because I think he has under a 90 takedown. This is a wrestler.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
No, sure. I got you. I'm with you.
I'm wondering though if he's going to use Gilbert Burns' underrated jiu-jitsu game. I forget what the actual stat was for his ground game, but I believe it's pretty high, being that he's labeled a boxer.
Yeah.
Switching up the shorts. So let's see if he's going to settle on one. Looks like white versus blue
There we
in
go.
the attire department. Underway.
They are
Pressure
ready to
versus
go.
Riku.
Now, see, I have to take some points away from Pressure here. You got to put on the national shorts, man. You got to show some pride in your people. It's a slight, we'll see if he can pick up that momentum when the fight starts. But I feel like he's already lost the drip battle. No, I'm just messing around.
Most important one, Frank. You can't lose the drip battle.
Always. I've never lost a drip battle in my life or a dance battle. Just a fun fact about me.
You know
We're
what?
getting things-
I haven't even seen it, but I believe it. Here we go. Round one. Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson, controlled by Riku Oblivion. Mob Pressure and Riku Oblivion, excuse me. Almost forgot which fight we
Pressure
were on for a
doing-
sec.
Good work to the midsection. Returned by Riku. Great side kick there from him.
Yeah, excellent job. Just keeping space. I'm liking the way that that was a huge spinning back fist. Did a lot of
That hurt
damage to
him.
Pressure. I was gonna say one thing. Great slip there. He's doing a good job thus far. Now the fight's still early, but he's doing a good job of either being all the way in or all the way out. Well, I say that, but then he's kind of you don't want to just float at kicking range against Stephen Thompson, specifically with Gilbert Burns, who has decent footwork, but not nearly on the level that Wonder Boy has.
Yeah, definitely a
Smart
bad
move.
time waiting for you if you stand in the pocket with Stephen Thompson in range of his deadly, deadly kicks.
Oh, you can see here, good work from Riku early. Mob Pressure not able to really implement what the name would suggest. Those side kicks have been frequent and forced the red corner back to the cage.
Yeah, and we'll see for how long. It looks like Pressure's trying to find a way to either grab onto a clinch. You got to wonder if he's going to shoot for a straight takedown, but
Apologies to
good.
the people in chat. Apparently, production forgot to switch the screen to the fight screen, so they just saw us talking in Discord for the last couple minutes.
Whoopsie.
Sorry, guys. Our bad. Here's the fight.
Pressure with a single leg attempt right into a couple hooks that meet the chin of Wonder Boy. But look at this. That spinning back fist makes a sophomore appearance in the first round.
Yeah, that spinning back fist has been finding homes thus far early. We'll see if what adjustments Pressure can make moving forward.
Now, even with the success that Riku has, he isn't really sitting in on any of these combinations. 1-2 strikes. Rarely see 3 or 4 strung together up until this point. 2 minutes remain in the first round.
Yeah, and right now, one thing I am noticing about Pressure, he's doing a great job of mixing things up to the body. Whenever somebody's using Wonder Boy or using a fighter that moves around a lot, cardio is king for them. So you got to try and chop that down a little bit.
He is
And
on
a great way
points
to
with
do
those
that is
kicks,
going for the
but
body.
as I say that, he catches a kick and takes him down with ease. Now is a ground battle with Gilbert Burns on top position, inside control. Ooh, with some elbows to boot.
Yeah, and this is where pressure wants to be, right? He can just kind of lay here, not lay here, but he can stay here, implement his game plan, get some good ground and pound off, maybe do some body damage if you're in this this neutral 50-50 sprawl position. Not quite able to defend the get up there. Ooh. And so now this could turn into a great situation for Riku Oblivion.
Oh,
yeah,
doing some damage with those clinch strikes.
Look at that, Riku.
Oh,
his stamina was all the way down there. That could be dangerous.
Couple seconds remain. Seems that pressure has won the stamina exchange thus far, even with all of the damage that Riku has done. Really going to be hurting the cardiovascular system coming into the second round.
And now if you're his corner, how do you get a fighter who's tired like that to get him back into the game when they know the guy has more stamina than them and they're very tired?
You know, if I was cornering Riku right now, I would remind him that he is in the game. And I believe that he won that first round with all of the kicks and damage that he did from the center of the octagon and controlling that distance. I would say, hey, you know, you're a bit tired, but you're a fighter. You're used to this. Let's get back to the game plan and continue what we were doing in round one. Pressure is the one that is feeling the pressure up until this point to really start implementing his game plan.
And his stamina certainly has recovered quite a bit in the second round. We'll see if he can do some stamina management going forward here.
That said, pressure is doing a good job living up to the name. He is marching forward and he is trying to apply that pressure, but he keeps running into that lead hook of Thompson, and those spinning back kicks are starting to make a bit of a difference, it looks like, Bane. He's throwing a lot of them, and a lot of them are starting to find homes.
Oh, absolutely. And you'd think pressure guy who is movement-based largely would be able to sway. It's so easy to get out of the way of those strikes, but sometimes when they're set up as well as Riku is setting these ones up. Oh! Look at this. He just got set down. Pressure. Biggest moment of the fight once again.
That's 2 knockdowns here to start things off in round 2. He's off to a great start. You know, making up the ground that he might have lost in the first round. Some people might have given him the first round, but I mean, we can almost guarantee he's getting round 2 thus far. Riku's got to find a way to make something happen, see if you can keep those kicks going, but gets one of them caught. That's not going to help you very, very much in this situation. We're going to see,
Bell has been rung for Riku, trying to get back into this big jumping knee from Dorino. 3 minutes remain in this second round, and you'd think that Riku needs to turn it up, but look at this!
Big left
goodness,
wow.
That was a beautiful combination. He caught the slip hook, and then he went to the body twice, came back up top with the right hand. That was disgusting. Riku is lucky to still be in this fight. He's been knocked down 3 times now, 4 times now in the second round.
This has to be it. Head help is not there.
Riku Oblivion trying very hard to survive, and he does. Pulls his head down into full guard.
Not
2
anywhere
minutes left.
close to out of the woods yet.
That was some really great framing from that blue corner, though, to evade the strikes that pressure was trying. And great sweep right here.
Beautiful. Beautiful sweep to take the top position. And now we can see what he's going to do with it. Although, if I'm being honest, if I'm Thompson, I am in no rush to get back to the feet right now.
Absolutely not. Being a black belt in jiu-jitsu, the bottom game is where he's probably more comfortable with anyway. As he does get the get up, they're back into a clinch battle. Ooh, big knee on the exit by Riku.
Spinning attempt up to the head, not there. Didn't set that one up. Approaching 60 seconds left in the second round, rather, and it's been all mob pressure.
Elbow.
Huge elbow there.
And you see pressure is being very measured. He's not rushing in. He's not.
Whoa!
Big KO!
Wow.
That right hand was like a piston. Oh my goodness. He just, I mean, I don't know if it was just perfect timing. He just threw that right and it was good night. Fantastic victory by Mob Pressure. Faced some adversity there in the first round, but was able to keep moving forward, keep his feet going, and continue to apply the pressure.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's the result of it. That right hand just stiffened him like a board.
Shades of Joseph Benavidez versus Davis and Figueiredo almost in their first fight, with how Benavidez was folded like a lawn chair, just like that. Legs go, body follows.
Rolled his ankle on the way down. Oh, God.
You know, Frank, something that we talked about before this fight was the power of Gilbert Burns. 95 punch power, nothing to really play around with. And it was more of a, not adversity he was dealing with in that first round. Again, Riku did so much good work, but it was less of the good work and more pressure didn't get going until that second round. But once the game plan began to get implemented, it was game, set, match for Riku Oblivion.
Yeah, definitely. He did a fantastic job there to just continue to find what worked and then continue to stick to that path. You know, he was kind of backing up a little bit in the first, but then, like you said, once he got going in the second, once he started moving forward, once he started putting on the namesake pressure, he was really able to find that groove. 4 knockdowns in the second round. I mean, that doesn't happen by accident. You know, he was able to find his shots, pick them, and then land seemingly at will. So fantastic performance there by Mod Pressure. I know he can't wait to get back in there. And I believe we are ready for the next fight. We've got Smart Brady taking on Death Punch in the lightweight division.
Featured fight of the main card, predicated. The co-main, this predicates it. So I'm excited for it. Let's hope these boys deliver. All fights up until this point have largely been exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we haven't been going very long. We've already had almost a full night's worth of action. These guys have been bringing it, and we've only got 2 fights under our belts. This has been a great card, and I'm looking to keep this momentum rolling, and so is Smart Brady after a fantastic come-from-behind victory. That was last week, was it? Right? I want to say... So. Yeah, it was last week. I had to go look. He beat JM in the 3rd round after the first 2 did not go his way. We'll just say that. But that he showed all of the heart and all of the grit and determination that you need in this UFL. So we're going to see if he can keep that going and get himself another victory here tonight.
Last fight was 170. This one dropping back down a couple pounds to 155. Appears that we're going to get a Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaichi matchup. Always exciting. Something that we see pretty frequently, I feel, at that lightweight division. Each of these competitors brings so many different tools to the table. And it's almost just a common sense pick when you're in this 155 weight class, Frank.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I main Poirier personally. He's just... Once you use him, it's hard to go to anybody else. He's so good. I mean, he's got incredible hands, really fast, got nice pop on him. And if you need to take it to the ground, if you need to grapple, you can do that as well. Obviously, it's not going to be his strong suit, but it's not something that you feel like is non-existent with him like you do with some other fighters. So, very well-rounded pick. Yeah,
Louisiana native does have 4-star arm bars. So on the ground, he is not a slouch.
He's also got a go-go plotter, which is deadly whenever you can implement it at the right times.
Does he have a rubber guard? Is Poirier equipped with a rubber guard? Look at that, this guy. Mixed martial arts, he's mixing it up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him do it in real life, now that I can remember. But he has it in the game, absolutely, for sure. And, of course, with Justin Gaichi, fantastic takedown defense and, nuclear armaments in his hands.
And did we mention
power?
Did we mention Death Punch is a former UFL champion as well?
Death Punch is a former UFL champion. We have now. I got him, boss.
Look at this former champ going to work early. Great takedown from Poirier. Smart Brady getting into the realm that he wants.
And smart move by Smart Brady. You're fighting a Justin Gaichi. He is absolutely dangerous on the feet. On his back, not so much. You can take... Okay. Or you can just let him back up. I was going to say you can take a lot of his stamina just by, getting some denials and making him move and do transitions and such. Or you can just stand it back up and try and, do your damage at range.
Look, maybe it was elbow.
Maybe it was what?
Good leg. Going to say potentially the pressure that Death Punch was putting on wanted a level change and just kind of get it back to the center of the octagon. But now we can see here Death Punch, the former champ, still pressing forward. Smart Brady feeling the highlight right now.
Yeah, but he's doing a good job not getting rattled. He's still firing back. He's backing up. I was about to say a little bit too much for my liking, but a good teep there to get some space.
Beautiful double
and
jab.
Hey, it's working. Yeah, beautiful work. Gage's making. He's throwing a lot of these combinations out there. He's trying to find something that can land devastatingly. But we'll see if that's just going to end up walking him into some shots. Both guys looking content to trade elbow.
Goodness.
Brady's going for kicks too close, and he ends up getting punished for it there.
Trying to take his head off with that.
Brady seems to be relying on the guard a little too much. That block-breaking ability of Justin Gaichi is second to none, especially with a former champ in Death Punch utilizing him. 2 minutes remain in this opening round, and Death Punch still marching forward.
Yeah, still marching forward, still drumming on that block. We can't see Smart Brady's block health, but it can't be high at this point. We're 3 minutes down in the first round, and he's just been taking relentless damage. Good knee there though to try and quiet that onslaught. That would definitely
sit him down with that.
And a huge uppercut hook sits Gaichi down. Exactly. Beautiful work there by Smart Brady. And you got to wonder, is he starting to find his rhythm right now? He's starting to do his own damage to Gaichi's block.
Seems like it. Smart Brady being patient and composed through the majority of this opening round and now finding some big moments. You know, and that's the issue with being a pressure fighter and a volume-based guy is you throw so much, but that means that the other guy gets to make a ton of reads. 45 left, and Smart Brady is turning it on.
Yeah, absolutely. It almost looks like Death Punch is starting to work against himself because he's throwing a lot of these, extended combinations, and then he's getting hit in the body on his way out.
Nice
But a good
jab,
1-1-2 there.
Oh,
and as I mentioned, a huge
right
knee
there.
to the body. That body health and that stamina are starting to make their way to the door. We got to keep an eye on them, make sure they don't have anything in their pockets before they go, at least.
While there weren't any significant rocks or knockdowns from the blue corner to the red, you have to think maybe that block of Dustin Poirier is tested coming into this second set of 5 minutes.
And it's very possible because, as we mentioned, Death Punch was moving in and throwing quite a lot. He was landing a lot on that block of Smart Brady. So it can't be in great shape, but is it in good enough shape to hold up long enough for Smart Brady to find his own, knockout strike? We'll find out here in the second round. Death
level
Punch
change.
initiates the grappling in this one. A smart move to level change there. I like that move by Death Punch first.
You could see Smart Brady open up with a big kick from the diamond, and obviously Death Punch wanted none of it. Let's see what the chops are for the highlight on the mat.
And if you're
Doing
just
a good
joining
job
us
of
on
posturing
YouTube
up.
and Twitch, thank you all, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
Right now,
nice
Death Punch
sweep.
was doing a good job of using the transitions, but a fantastic sweep there from Smart Brady. Gets a good reversal there from Death Punch. Now he's back in the full guard.
Smart Brady, yep,
And stands
content
right
to
back
just
up.
stand. As he
Yep.
did in round one, continues the habit right there, and back to the striking we are. Death Punch now feeling the pressure from Smart Brady a little bit.
Yeah, if you're Smart Brady, you can honestly start, I'm not going to say back up, but get on the bike. You can, I'm not going to say take it easy because you can never take it easy whenever you're in the octagon with Justin Gaichi, but
That hurt him.
yeah, he doesn't have to take as many risks in this position, right? Because I feel like he's won round one, and I feel like he's winning this one thus far, and he's starting to find a rhythm. I feel like if Brady continues the course, he can be on his way to I'm not gonna say comfortable decision victory, but he can get it done, based on the merit of these 2 rounds. But to get to the decision, you got to make it through round 2 and 3. So we'll see if he can do that, because with Justin Gaichi, he can change the entire complexion of this fight with one of those right hands.
One punch could change it, absolutely, Frank. And Smart Brady, to your point, just having more success with all of these combinations and exchanges. It seems like Death Punch is not mixing up the game plan enough, and you can see the big
overhead
damage.
sits him down.
Yeah, that overhand left is mean from Poirier. You got to be cognizant of that at all times, otherwise it will just slip in.
uppercut.
Just like you have to be ready for those pull counters. They are so deadly. I mean, seriously, as I was just saying, one punch can change it. He gets that slip, that pull counter, and then we are almost talking about a different fight here.
Death Punch at the races, under 90 seconds remain in the second round. Needs to do something big to level it out 1-1 if we go to the third. Who knows, though? Each guy's taking some big shots in this 5-minute window. Could be a finish.
This is a quick draw to the finish if I've ever seen one. This is a Wild West gunfight we're seeing here.
Yeah, and Smart Brady possibly in a move of self-preservation with the very well-timed level change. I can't blame that at all, man. He's like, listen, this is getting dangerous up here. Let's take it easy. Let's go back to the mat. Let's keep myself out of danger. He's getting reversed here by Death Punch, able to get his own reversal and postures up. Just trying to land some damage here.
Land some damage and control time, Frank. You have to think if there's been a couple pair of knockdowns on each side. Who knows what the judges are going to think, but this is a great impression from Smart Brady, just punching away at the former champ Death
Let's check
Punch's
out
face
the
to
stats.
conclude this round. And look at that big strike differential for the Diamond as we approach the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I think I've got him ahead 2-1, even though he did suffer that knockdown in the round. He was able to give out his own, and he landed more, just in general.
Big uppercut for Poirier, moving forward. Former champ Death Punch kind of on the ropes as we start the third and final round.
He hurts him.
But look at this!
Oh, big
the
up
kick
kick.
saves him. And now we've got a fight, boys.
They're both having their block up, both moving
Yep.
in. They have no idea what the other is going to throw. I love it.
Death Punch taking the fundamentals, but look at this, gets tagged.
I love it. I mean,
my goodness.
I personally think Smart Brady has the upper hand right now because he has been working both the head and the body, and you can see that starting to pay off, especially whenever he's going to the body right there in those situations. That could have been a rock, and I don't think we're far away from him getting rocked to the body or getting knocked out possibly from an uppercut. Who knows? He's able to survive.
Punch. Struggling here, 3:30 left, and look at this big knee from the Diamond. Smart Brady kind of letting the foot off the gas a little bit. Could have pushed right there. Maybe even gotten a finish. Big head kick puts Death Punch down.
And he's looking to finish here. He gets back up. He's looking to finish on the feet, but this could be a disastrous move. He was on the wrong end of this last week. Smart Brady, please, I'm begging you. Don't get caught.
I remember that. I remember that. Like a flashback, it just hit me. Oh, my goodness.
Former champ Death Punch finding the moments here, takes the back of the Diamond, drags him down. No, Poirier still standing.
This is a dogfight. Oh my goodness, these men are just pummeling away. They are swinging with everything they have, leaving it all on the line here in the UFL. My goodness.
I mean,
no block, no stamina for Death Punch. Look at that big moment from Poirier.
Looking to finish here.
Oh, how
Death
is he
Punch
still
able to
here?
survive.
How is he still in this? This is unbelievable.
Grit, determination, and
great
different character
sweep
things,
as
man.
well.
That's the only way he could still be in this. This is incredible.
What a
now
fight.
he's on
Second
top.
warning.
He's in top mount. We'll see what he can do from here.
What a fight. Oh
Gets a
my
denial. Hang on. Now
Death
just
Punch.
looking to rain some damage down. Good slip there from Smart Brady.
He lets
Death
him
Punch let them up.
No
He's got
stamina
no
for the
stamana.
former champion. He needs one big moment, one big shot. Could put Smart Brady away, but look at this. Brady
He's decided
coming
to
on
go out
strong.
on his shield.
I mean, honestly, at this point, just throw uppercuts, right? Because you know he's going to go to the body. Hey, man, there's nothing to hang your head about there, Death Punch. That was a fantastic fight from both of these competitors.
Wow.
But Smart Brady, once again, going into the deep waters to pull a victory out in spectacular fashion. A wonderful performance, again, from both guys, but Smart Brady was just getting the better of it and was able to find the shots. I think he actually ended up knocking him out with a jab. Just the accumulation of
jab,
damage.
if I've ever seen one. Look at a piston, and you can see the overhand was coming right behind it. Even if former champion Death Punch survived through that lead hand offering, he would have been put away likely with that massive power punch. Smart Brady getting the hand raised. What a late finish as well. Like you mentioned, Frank, deep waters for the swimmer, it seems.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's get this.
Chat is going crazy about this knockout, or this fight, rather. This fight.
It was a fantastic fight, but as I had said, man, we should probably look into getting my man some scuba gear if he's gonna be spending this much time in the deep water. Like, we gotta
And some flotation
that can't be good
devices
for you.
for Death Punch.
something.
Oh wow! What a performance by both of these fighters. I mean, I got no other words. Oh my
No
goodness!
better fight to follow it up with than the co-main event of the evening.
Absolutely.
UFL 29 co-main event, Frank.
Oh my goodness. And it's just like that felt like a main event, right? But now we got a co-main and then a real main event. And both of these have title implications. This next fight, the interim title belt, we're gonna see who is next in line for the champion. Jassiem, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Josh Ray is gonna be taking on Samurai Robin, and the winner of that will fight the winner of Jassiem and SamboWar on, their next scheduled appearance. I don't want to say next week because I don't know for a fact that everybody's gonna be able to be here. You know how it is. I don't want to make promises I can't keep.
But we're definitely going to find out who's going to be fighting the winner of the main event tonight in this fight between Samurai Robin and ex-Josh Ray. I'm excited. This is in the middleweight division, I believe.
Yeah, and Josh Ray has put on some excellent performances in recent memory. So it's going to be great to see if he can put on another one of those versus a game opponent in Samurai Robin. Robin's looking to make his own statement, make their own statement rather, and see where they stack up against the top of this UFL division, because Josh Ray is currently ranked, I believe, 3rd, and is looking to make sure that he gets that next title shot against a very dangerous opponent in Robin. This is going to be the middleweight division. I'm looking forward to seeing. It looks like we're going to get a Whitaker Whittaker mirror match. Got to slow it down today, guys. I can't talk, but what else is new, right, Ben?
But I mean, hey, that
you're all
last
good,
fight,
Frank.
I don't blame you. That last fight has me all up in the loops too.
No existing history between these competitors, no game tape on either side to watch. Ray versus Samurai coming into this with just their game plans to really reflect on, right, Frank? Whenever you don't have history with a person, you don't know their style, which means that you just have to really emphasize your strengths in the octagon.
Exactly. You got to go in there and do what you do well. And one thing, me personally, what I like to do in competitive, if I don't know anything about the person I'm fighting, I make sure I have to try every stage of the mixed martial arts, at some point in the fight. You got to try and clinch, you got to try and stand up, you got to try and take them down, because you're never going to know if you're better than somebody in a certain area unless you try it. So we're going to see if these guys go for that same approach or if they're content to just, stand and bang or whatever works for them. Both guys fighting out of the southpaw stance right now, both exchanging in the pocket. Clinch there from Josh Ray.
Nice.
Gets denied with the takedown. Late denial by Robin. Good job there.
Step-in knee by the Samurai. Interim belt is on the line. There is some gold up for grabs. We can see here Josh Ray doing some great work, but Samurai coming forward now.
Yeah, Samurai's doing a good job mixing in the kicks. Beautiful ducking roundhouse.
Oh my God, another one to return.
Josh Ray had to give it back to him. Return to sender, as they would say. 3:40 remain in the opening round.
3:40 remain, and these guys don't look like they have any interest in fighting 5 rounds. Josh Ray is rocked and now down.
I thought it was Samurai Robin that got rocked, and it was Josh Ray that got rocked.
Yeah,
Josh Ray, such a veteran of the esports competitive scene, has been there, done that in almost every situation. He's tasted the map before, and he's put people there. Big 1-2 head kick through the block.
Yeah, and he's looking to, try and get some of that momentum back. Robin has a big knockdown in the opening frame there, and Josh Ray is looking to make sure that he doesn't, continue to carry that momentum through the rest of the fight by putting on his own pressure and, possibly going to get his own knockdown. But these guys are just back and forth, man.
They cannot miss with that ducking roundhouse.
No.
Big disruptive jabs there from Josh Ray. Utilizes that lead hand so effectively. A big rear roundhouse to the body from Samurai. Good lead hand work from Samurai as well.
Robin's doing a great job, like I said, mixing in the kicks. But he's got to be careful throwing them in close like that. He's doing a good job throwing the kicks to the body, to the leg, those ducking roundhouses, as we mentioned. He's doing a good job keeping distance and just switching things up with Josh Ray. He ducked into that body teep. That could have been devastating, but luckily for Josh Ray, it didn't do as much damage. All right.
You can see Josh Ray, such a competitor, uses the double jab into the straight. But look at this.
Lifted him off his feet.
Oh my goodness, that was a beast of a knockout.
The crowd went wild before, they're going insane now. Samurai Robin separates Josh Ray from the world of the living in just over 90 seconds remaining in that opening round. Talk about a finish.
Oh, right through the guard, right down the middle.
Like I say, he knocked him off his feet. That's just mean. What?
You rarely see Josh Ray go flying like that. Interim gold not going to be around his waist, although it will be around a Robert Whittaker at the end of the day. Samurai Robin getting that belt.
Yeah, interim champion. Congratulations. He has a big task ahead of him as we find out who his opponent will be in the main event coming up next.
Fantastic fight by Samurai Robin, and I believe, I could be wrong on this, but is that Josh Ray's first loss that he just suffered here at the hands of Samurai Robin? Either way, what a performance. I mean, just to put the bow on the present, as it were, with that huge left hand, ended up knocking him off of his feet. Now he's got the interim gold. We're going to see, who his opponent's going to be whenever he goes to try to unify that belt, as we are getting ready to move on to our main event, which is going to be Jassiem versus SamboWar. I believe I said this is in bantamweight division, excuse me. And it's going to be 5 rounds.
It's going to be fast.
It's going to be a great fight.
135 for the main event of the evening. UFL title is up for grabs down at bantamweight. SamboWar, such a competitor, a guy who always comes forward. You rarely see SamboWar operating with a back foot, circling the octagon mentality. He's somebody who's going to stay in your face and be in the pocket the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see, how that plays into the hands. These guys know each other, it seems. 8-3 in favor of Jassiem on the previous matchups. But again, you never know once they actually get in here, right?
Absolutely. It can go either way. as you can see, both of them have wins over the other, so anything is possible. I mean, don't let that fool you. They could bring it on fight day, and you just don't know it.
Yeah,
sparring is a lot different.
I was just about to say, whenever you spar, a lot of people, they don't, they won't jump on you in sparring, or they just try to, you're just messing around, having fun, working on your skills, right? But this is like competitive. This is where all the lean forward, sweaty strats come out, right? So this is where we're gonna see, the true measure of where these two are, and I can't think of a better place for it to be than here in the UFL fighting for the title, right?
Absolutely.
One big thing to point out against that TJ Dillashaw pick, that 89 block will absolutely be tested by the New England prospect and Rob Font. Top 5 bantamweight action coming at you in the UFL main event of the evening.
I mean,
yes,
what better way to have a weekend with no UFC event? I mean, this is the next best thing. Am I right? I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
Here we go, title fight.
We'll see what
respect
happens here, man, vs.
not given back from one side. There it is. Great to see two competitors who understand it's mixed martial arts. It is an art form, discipline, respect all around. Here we go.
Absolutely. Both these guys these guys are fighting a lot slower. They realize this is going to be a 5-round fight, and they're both aware of that, both cognizant of it, and of course, to that end, they're not trying to use too much of the stamina too early. And of course, they don't mind taking more time to find that range, but a huge left hook there from Rob Font. Sambo's not gonna want to take many of those. I can guarantee that.
Absolutely.
A big level change denied from Font.
So far, Jassiem rather, is doing a good job keeping his distance and striking when he knows it's open.
Yeah,
Jassiem working with that left hand so effectively. Double jabs, lead hooks. But look at this. SamboWar mixing it up to the body. Eats another left hook for it.
That striking accuracy is on point tonight.
Yeah, right now, Jassiem looks like he's starting to find a groove here, man. As you mentioned, he's throwing when it's open, and he's being very smart and defensively responsible when it's not. He's doing a good job of making sure. One thing I'm really appreciating about the way Jassiem is fighting right now, he's using his footwork as a defense more so than the block, it seems. He's able to get
absolutely, yeah, getting out of the way of those punches right when they're coming. Have to agree with you, Frank. Jassiem moving and grooving in this one. Eats a big right, though, from Dillashaw.
Yeah, and if you're SamboWar, I mean, try and take the legs out, right? He's not going to be able to move as well without those. And plus, if you catch him slipping or lunging into something with a leg strike, it'll do devastating damage. So if I'm SamboWar, I'm wanting to mix in some leg strikes or some grappling. That'll work out too, right?
Absolutely.
Just slow this guy down a little bit.
I'd say giving feints as well. I'd like to see him try to draw reactions out of Jassiem because Rob Font's got so much power. You don't want to step into that pocket unless you have an idea of what's going to be coming back at you.
Yeah. Right now, Jassiem doing a good job conserving the stamina whilst also making Dillashaw use his. We're going to see how that bode's going forward. It ducks into a big knee when he's going for a body shot. Very well timed there by Sambo.
SamboWar stringing together a couple strikes there. 90 seconds left in this opening round of the UFL title fight. Big two coming through the guard, partially blocked from Font.
Now he's looking to put the pressure on a little bit.
Looking for some big knockout blows here. Oh, nice teep kicks, keeping him at bay.
Yeah, good
1
job there
minute
by
left
Sambo.
in this round 1 of this title fight. Ooh, question mark kick attempt blocked by Jassiem.
Each guy with a really slow-paced round 1. Even when they have a couple big lands, they're not really following or trying to put anything extended together or sit down on their punches. Big left, though, from Dillashaw lands there. I like the pace that we're setting, boys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these are two guys that understand that 25 minutes is a long time to fight. And you got to have as much gas in the tank as possible to be able to do so. So great job there by both guys to conserve the gas tank. We're going to see how much of that Sambo's going to get back between rounds because we know TJ Dillashaw can absolutely recover stamina on a dime in between rounds. So we'll see just how much of that comes back and how Jassiem will play that going forward. But
talking about going forward, have to look back at those first 5 minutes. Frank, who do you think you'd score that one for?
I think I would score it for Jassiem. He was being more judicious with the punches, and I feel like that accuracy is what gave him the edge in my mind. His striking just seemed a bit more effective in my opinion. What about yourself?
have to agree with you. Jassiem, more of the active striker, precise, but the volume coming from Sambo, have to think eventually those strikes will start bleeding through. Big leg kick from him there.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just a matter of, if he can time those well and make them go through that block and through that guard. Looking to try and do some damage to that block with the big head kick.
Takedown attempt.
And then I like that move. He throws a couple of shots up top to get him thinking about it, gets the takedown here, and we'll see what he can do from the top is SamboWar.
And now SamboWar with the level change here. We'll see what he does with the posture up. Going to land some ground strikes here on Jassiem. See how he deals with that.
Each guy more of a striker, but definitely still very well versed on the mat. Have to be at this level. You can see looking for the arm triangle a little bit, maybe testing, maybe thinking about a submission attempt, Frank.
Yeah, and right now he's content to just posture up, try and do a little bit of damage to see what he can get done here. If I'm Dillashaw, I am taking this slow. I am not trying to give up any of this control time by, possibly going for too many shots. And, risk letting Jassiem up like just happened. I feel like that might be more of a celebration of Jassiem's skills, though, than a denigration of Sambo's. But regardless, this fight is back on the feet. Sambo is landing some good shots, able to get a good body kick in there. Dillashaw tries to return, but is blocked. And that block health is starting to look pretty low of TJ Dillashaw. You mentioned that coming in, Bane, and now it looks like it's starting to rear its ugly head.
Look at the block on Jassiem. Dillashaw doing great work to it and sticking in the pocket. The evasion of Jassiem doesn't really appear to be as present as it was in the first 5 minutes. This second round, he's really sitting in the pocket and trying to trade with SamboWar.
Jassiem melting through the block of SamboWar with those continuous strikes. Getting him in the clinch is SamboWar, trying to stop that onslaught. Both fighters looking for the knockout blow whenever they see it open. And it could come at any time. But they also respect each other's striking, and you can see that. Ooh, big combo.
One thing I've been noticing, Jassiem is doing a great job of, he'll back to the edge of the pocket, and he'll make Dillashaw think he has space to throw a kick. And then whenever TJ starts to throw that kick, he steps in and gets the straight and is able to interrupt it and do big damage with those. I'm looking to see if he can land one of those at a perfect time going forward and possibly get a rock knockdown or maybe even finish this fight. It's just something to keep an eye on. You heard it here first, but
absolutely. And you know what? UFL competition, it just keeps getting better and better every single card, I feel, because when was the last time we had a decision? I don't even remember the last time we had a decision. This has been crazy. This whole card has been going by so quick, and these guys are bringing it right now, and glad to be a part of it.
Each guy definitely turning up the pace a bit more than they did in the opening round. Big moment here from Dillashaw catching font there. Jassiem eating the power of TJ well, recovering effectively, but you have to think that's not what you want in a very close second round, Frank.
No, not at all. And it's actually kind of hilarious because that's what I predicted Jassiem doing, and then he ended up being on the receiving end of it. So, as you can see, it's still a devastating tactic. If you can catch somebody throwing a kick, the entire fight flips on a dime. But now I've definitely got this fight evened up, one round apiece. And we're going to see who's able to get out to a lead here in round 3. We're going to see if Jassiem can get back to, the things he was doing well in round 1. And we're going to see if Sambo can continue the pressure that he just had in that second round and use that to his advantage here.
Sambo now with a definite health advantage in terms of chin strength at this point in this third round, but he is busted up. We saw some blood trickling as he went back to the corner at the conclusion of round 2. Clinches up there, denied from Jassiem.
Oh, big cut there. And
look at this, Jassiem.
Oh, big knee.
Woo!
Each guy coming alive with big strikes here in this third round. 1-2 head kick for Dillashaw.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, both guys have already gotten to know each other, and they realize, all right, now I can start opening things up a little bit. I can start to reach a little deeper into the well, as it were, start pulling out some of those flashier techniques, and we'll see if somebody's able to make one of those work to get this finished. But right now, this is just a great back-and-forth affair. About a minute and a half gone in the third round.
Font with slightly more stamina than Dillashaw, but likely less head health, eating so many shots here. But look at this, pouring through the block of SamboWar.
Yeah, doing a good job there, just keeping some shots on that block, never letting it get fully recovered. And yeah, it seems like even the jab is just dropping it down to a flashing state. So Jassiem has done a good job of chopping that block down, but he's got to be careful on the entry because now that Sambo knows he's trying to find those jabs and get those small shots to break the block, he can walk him into a front kick. So Jassiem's got to be careful here.
Good body work from the blue corner, touching the midsection of the New Englander with frequency and power, eating those ribs up like he's at the barbecue.
Yeah, he's starting to find some consistency with tickling those ribs. I'd like to see him continue to go to that well.
Have to think SamboWar does need to even out the stamina equation. His cardio not looking on equal footing as just seems a big moment there from Dillashaw.
He keeps, I mean, that's the second time he's caught him with that flying knee, and you got to think he's trying to time him whenever he's going for a body shot with it, right? Because you know if he can get that, this fight is probably over, and I think that Sambo knows that and is looking to time that opportunity, possibly trying to draw out a body shot by using the pull right there.
SamboWar trying to throw some elbows, not really landing. Just over a minute remains in this third round. Could have the championship rounds upon us soon unless somebody finishes. Jassiem landing big combinations. No! Wow!
And then the up kick. I was going to say, you said we might have the championship rounds. A minute is a long time in the octagon, Bane. And as we are seeing, a lot can happen in that time. What? He slipped the flying knee. He knew it was coming. That's wow.
Jassiem making all the right reads here. Big 1-2 from the New Englander. Rob Font knocks him down with a rear hook.
What a crazy 30 seconds.
This has been unbelievable.
Each guy's tasted the canvas in this third round. SamboWar a little bit worse for wear in all areas, but you have to think the chin of Jassiem has been cracked as we come into this fourth round.
Yeah, who do you have winning now, Ben? Like who?
Oh boy, that's the thing we like to call an impossible round to score. Either way, championship rounds are upon us. Likely thinking a finish may come soon with all the damage accumulated on each side.
Oh my God! Look at the stamina differential. That's the first thing that jumps off the page to me. I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of damage on both sides, but Jassiem might win this just by being able to stay in the pocket longer at this point. But again, that's. Who knows what can happen? You know, it only takes one shot to change things up. We're going to see who's able to find that one shot. That spinning back fist could have been it, but was not quite. And now Sambo's trying to throw it to the body just to even things up a little bit with the stamina. But Jassiem was able to pour some pressure on. These guys just meeting in the middle and throwing. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, guys.
All good, Fred. It's excitement, it's energy, it's entertainment in the air. SamboWar breathing heavy. Now you can see the mouth is just open from TJ Dillashaw. And the problem is 1, 2, 3 strikes will drain him. And so he has to make every shot count, be very selective. Jassiem has a lot of cardio to work with here as he touches the chin with that lead uppercut.
Yeah, and right now you got, it looks like Jassiem is throwing more. He might be trying to go for some overwhelming, but that flying knee rears its head again. It's almost Chekhov's gun, right? It just pops up again at the most opportune times for SamboWar.
Sort of the Chekhov's gun. Sambo showed it to him earlier, now hitting him with it in the present. 3 minutes remain in this fourth round, and each guy not really doing well on the blocking, not evading, just standing in the phone booth.
Yeah, SamboWar's got to be careful though. It looks like he's trying to catch one of those pull counters rather. But if you throw that at the wrong time and you take a body shot, or you get hit in the head like that, you can get dropped. And he's looking to finish. He's got him in the clinch, trying to do some more damage. I was gonna say Sambo's in a horrible position. You don't want to stand here because your head health and your body health are low. So now you're just in the world's worst 50-50, right? And it's gonna go bad for you no matter which way you guess.
SamboWar showing some heart with that clinch and then takedown, showing that he's still in this.
Some brains as well.
Tactical adjustment from the blue corner. He wants that UFL gold. He can taste it. He's so close to it. All he needs to do is get through Jassiem. Rob Font on his back right now. Does get up. This is bad news for SamboWar.
Yeah, I mean, you felt like that was, a good moment for Sambo. You thought he was going to be able to make something happen with that takedown, but it just wasn't.
Ooh, nice slip counter there.
Ducking roundhouse not there for SamboWar, but look at this, pouring it on strong. Just over a minute remains, and he knocks him down, Jassiem.
And now he's on top trying to finish.
This could be it.
This is close. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wow.
What
SamboWar. A minute remains in the fourth round, but the TJ Dillashaw pick proves to be the better one. SamboWar TKOs Jassiem to win the UFL title.
And new.
I mean, he had to dig deep for that one.
Oh,
deep.
Absolutely. His stamina was almost gone, and he still pulled through.
The late game tactical adjustments from SamboWar were beautiful. Really relied on that grappling as we went into these deeper waters, and it paid off for him because, again, the cardio just failed him, but the hands did not. Jassiem going unconscious, and the chances of gold go out of his hands.
Yeah, now he's got to, get another win or two under his belt. Hopefully fight his way into one of those interim title fights and see if he can get another crack at it. But wow, what a victory by SamboWar. I mean, that was wow. What else can you say, right? It was a very close fight. Pretty even on the cards. Jassiem was outstriking him in numbers, had gotten 3 knockdowns. So it was he was in danger, to say the least. But that 4th round, he was able to reach down into himself. I'm scrambled for words. Somebody else talk.
You could see that the judges did have SamboWar winning as we went into those championship rounds, 29-28 on all 3 scorecards. But look at the fight stats, 145 to 115 in terms of total strikes. Rob Font, the more active guy, but the significance has to go through Dillashaw, 60 to 55. And you can see that didn't really translate when we talk about knockdowns. 3 knockdowns for Font to the 1 of Dillashaw, but he made it count. Big moment for him late in the game. And, you have to think, if you're SamboWar, you were watching that co-main very closely, Frank.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I feel like we're going to have a great fight whenever that does materialize for the unification of this belt. Both these guys have a lot of heart, and both of them know how to dig deep down and pull those victories out of seemingly, I'm not going to say hopeless situations, but less than ideal situations at the very least. So, hey, fantastic job by both of those guys. I can't wait to see them go at it for the unification of the UFL title. But if you've, come by and you've been watching this on YouTube or Twitch, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you follow and subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Make sure you, join in the Discord so you can get yourself into this UFL into this league and get yourself affiliated with us and hopefully, win yourself a shot to the ESFL. So that's what it's all about. That's what all these guys are here for, and they're all putting on fantastic performances to that end. And we just want to thank you guys for coming out and joining us and being a part of it. So from Frank No Streaming and the Bane and Cause of Death, we just want to say thank you guys. Y'all have anything y'all want to add?
Just have to agree with you, Frank.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, basically what he said. And yeah, the title fight that we now know is going to happen will probably most likely happen either within the next week or 2. We are going to talk with both of them and see what their schedule is, and we will see you on the next fight night, guys. And yeah, thank you for joining. Be sure to like and subscribe, like Frank said. And yeah, you guys got any